Physiology notes. Dr. Campbell's John. This book would not have been possible without the technical support I have generously received from Edward Napper and Jonathan Forsyth. They have been responsible for the organisation of diagrams and text. I'm also very grateful to my proofreaders who have read the text several times to iron out my many errors in the original writing. These people include Anita Beattie, Ken Lowe, Carol Green, Barbara Bishop, Carol Dixon, Christine Campbell, and Ed Napper. I have also enjoyed ongoing support and encouragement from my long-term friends and colleagues, Carth Boys and Jean Longrig. My family, Christine, James, and Timothy, have been central to all my writing, and I realise it has meant there were often times when I was not there. Introduction. Welcome to these physiology notes. My name is John Campbell, and I work at the University of Cumbria as a nurse lecturer. Before entering nurse education, I gained experience in several fields of nursing, including psychiatry, theatres, neuromedicine, tropical medicine, and ITU. I still carry out clinical work in various areas. I am convinced that everyone who works in a clinical environment needs a working knowledge of the normal functioning of the human body. It is only when we understand the normal that the abnormal pathological situation makes any sense. If we can understand how the body goes wrong, then it often becomes obvious what needs to be done to treat a disorder. So, physiology and parophysiology can both be used to inform our clinical interventions and to provide us with rationales for care. This provides us with more accountability for clinical practice, optimises interventions, and makes us more informed and knowledgeable practitioners. I originally wrote these notes as a revision guide for my students, and because they proved useful, I decided to expand and publish. The aim is to keep the text concise, but to explain the physiology and necessary basic science in a way that is easy to understand and can be learned. Diagrams are an important part of this philosophy. When I first discussed the book with my publisher, we thought about getting the diagrams professionally drawn, but rather than producing beautiful pictures, we decided that I would draw the diagrams myself, as I draw them for my students. If the diagrams are kept simple in this way, they too may be learned. Learning to draw diagrams takes practice, but in the end it really helps us to understand the physiology. You may also find it helpful to colour some of the diagrams. Physiology is a complicated subject and is not easy to learn. The terminology alone is like learning a foreign language. But if you stick at it and work through the book, both you and your patients will benefit for the rest of your career. Best wishes, John Campbell, Carlisle, 2011.